Hey guys, it's Lane with Tim's Nation. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the Leagues of Votann army I'm taking against DJ's Ad Mech today. Uh, Now, due to popular demand, I don't know how popular it is, but like two people made comments asking for more of the Pioneer jet bikes. So I'm bringing more of the Pioneer jet bikes. We're doing 18 today. I don't think that's super viable competitively, but it'll be fun if I can get them out there and they can do a little bit of damage. They have a ton of shots, so maybe they can chew through some squads of the Rangers that are going to be all over the table. So we'll go through the list. Nothing super exciting, spicy here. Just not a whole lot of vehicles. Didn't bring any Hekatons today. Just trying some different stuff. Really just trying for maximum volume of shots, and definitely bringing two squads, two 10-man squads of the HearthGuard. So we'll go through the list here, talk a little bit about what we brought, and then talk afterwards about what kind of synergies and things I hope to see today, and we'll see you there. All right, here's the list. All right, today's Leagues of Votann list. For our characters, we have two Einherjar champions, two of the E-champs, one of which will have the enhancement Grim Demeanor. I'll make that the limited edition model. She'll have the Grim Demeanor, which gives her the ability, or gives her unit the ability to ignore any modifiers. So that means modifiers to their hit rolls, modifiers to the AP on their weapons, all that sort of thing. In addition to that, it also may reroll battle shock tests too. Sorry, forgot about that. So her unit can also reroll battle shock tests. Next, we've got another Einherjar champion, no enhancements on them, and then we have the Brokir Iron Master. So the Iron Master is going to be leading a 6-man brick of the Brokir Thunderkin. So Iron Master's got his little buddies with him, and he's also got a pretty decent gun. It's only AP 1, but it is flat 3 damage. So maybe he can contribute a little bit with his shooting. Like I said, he'll be leading a squad of the Thunderkin, the Thunder Buddies, with the Grav Blast Cannons. What I hope he'll do is keep his little Ironkin assistants, the little E-cogs, will help absorb a few wounds or absorb some damage, because these guys are not going to be able to come in from reserves. Just due to the points, because I got 2 big bricks of the HearthGuard deep striking. I'm not going to be able to put them in the reserves. They're just going to be on the table, and they're going to have to walk up the table, hopefully staying out of cover or out of line of sight until they can get some shots off. But yeah, those are 3 characters. Next, we have 1 10-man of the Hearthkin Warriors. So Hearthkin Warriors going to be out there, my little action monkeys, doing things, pushing buttons, getting on objectives, that sort of thing. Of course, to carry the Hearthkin Warriors around, we're going to have 2 Sagittars. So 2 of the Sagittars, both of these will have the high-las beam cannons on top. These are the casino guns. They're so weird, man. It makes more sense to take a whole bunch of them, but I only wanted to have 2 today. So the casino guns, it's 2 shots. It hits on 4s. Strength 12, AP 3, D6 damage, but it sustained hits D3. So if you roll a 6, you get D3 extra hits with it. We'll see if I roll any 6s today. Like I said, only bringing 2 usually does a lot better when you bring a bunch of them, because with the more dice you're rolling, the more likely to hit those 6s and get those big hits. But I'm happy with just taking 2 today. I'm not going to be relying on them for damage output so much as the HearthGuard and the Thunderkin doing their damage. They're just to scooch my guys around the Warriors and to get them onto objectives, get them doing secondaries, that sort of thing. Next, we have the 6-man squad of the Thunderkin. Like I said, the Thunderkin are going to be having the Graviton Blast Cannons. So these things are pretty juicy, especially into vehicles. Each one of these guys is going to get D6 shots, blast. Ballistic skills 4, strength 5, AP 2, 2 damage. But they are anti-vehicle 2 up. So they can put a lot of shots into vehicles. Because of the strength 5 and AP 2, 2 damage, they can also do a lot of work into infantry as well, just because they're blast. So they get a lot of shots into infantry. Being there aren't a whole lot of vehicles in my opponent's army today, we'll see if they get to shoot any vehicles. They might not. They might just be focused on infantry. Like I said, I'm taking kind of a chance because of the points. I'm not going to be able to put them in reserve. They're just going to have to walk up the table. But I'm okay with that. And if DJ tries to deep strike anything near them, their Overwatch is really good. So we'll see if they get to get into the action today, mix it up a little bit. Next, 1 5-man or a 5-man squad of Chthonian Berserks. With the plasma axes, they'll be out here hopefully doing a little bit of damage, getting in to chop through some guys. We've got 2 10-mans of the HearthGuard. Now, the HearthGuard, I got 2 different squads here. One's going to have concussion gauntlets and the plasma guns. The other squad will have the plasma blades and the Vulcanite guns. So they're going to have their mortal wound guns. The idea is, between the 2 different profiles, I'll be able to put the E-Champ that has the Grim Demeanor enhancement with the ones with the plasma guns, because they're AP3. That way, they won't be able to, their plasma or AP won't be reduced by any kind of abilities or anything like that. And then the other squad that has the Volkite guns, the mortal wound guns, and they'll just drop in without the enhancement, because they're just going to look fishing for 6s, looking for 6s to do those mortal wounds. So they don't need the reduction or the ignoring of penalties as much as the other squad does. So that's the plan there. Remember, the E-Champs give them the ability to re-roll charges. So I can drop these guys in, do some shooting, and then go for the 9-inch charge, and I'll get re-rolls for both of these big units. And then finally, last but certainly not least, 18 of the Hernkin Pioneers, the little jet bikes. We're bringing the full rack of 18. You know, they can bop on and off the table. They have the ability to go into reserve at the end of my opponent's turn. I don't know if that'll come into play too much, because I'm really just going to be focused on getting them to shoot things. It'll be a trick today, because DJ's army gets a lot of stealth. So anytime Votann are shooting at something that does not have judgment tokens and has stealth, means they'll be hitting on 5s, which can make things kind of risky and kind of tricky and difficult. I'm just hoping I brought a ton of shots today just to overwhelm with the volume of fire and see if that gets through and can shoot through his army. So that is the list. All right, that is what I'm bringing today. Like I said, not an ultra competitive list. 18 jet bikes isn't probably not primo competitive list building there, but they're a lot of fun. Like I said, a couple people asked for them. We'll see if the volume of shots make a difference today. Because like I said, I've got the huge number of shots coming out of the jet bikes. We've got both the HearthGuard squads coming in. That's going to be 20 D6 blast grenade shots between those 2 units. Just a ton of bullets come out of this army. Plus the Thunderkin. He said they can overwatch. When they overwatch, they hit on 5, so they're a good overwatch threat. And when they shoot at vehicles, they're anti-vehicle 2 up. And when they shoot at infantry, they're blast, strength 5, AP 2 damage. So they'll be able to really put out a lot of fire. I'm going to be rolling a lot of dice today, guys. So hopefully I get out of here before 2 a.m. Anyways, so what I really want to see today is I want to make sure I'm using my command points well. I tend to get those bonus command points that Votann get early in the game and then spend them way too quickly. So I want to make sure that I'm using them for the right sorts of things. I know I have a shoot back strat that lets me shoot back, but it's 2 CP. It's always not always a great idea. So we'll see if I can prevent myself from using that. However, Overwatch is really strong with this unit or with this army. And the sustained 2 stratagem is really strong as well. So I want to see if I can put those into good use. In addition to that, Void Armor is always very tempting. And the fallback and shoot and charge one is a really strong strat to use with the HearthGuard, the Terminators, because they shoot well and fight well. So if they get tied up with something, the ability to fall back, shoot, and then charge again is really strong. So I want to make sure I'm using that. Until like a month ago, I didn't realize that it would let them fall back, shoot, and charge. I thought it was just fall back and shoot. So I want to make sure I'm using that, get a little experience, a little practice in with that one today. So that's it. That's what we're bringing today. For those of you who requested 18 Pioneer jet bikes, you're welcome. For those of you who didn't, too bad. Enjoy. They probably won't stick around too long. They're only 4-up armor. They are T6, but the 4-up armor means they usually die pretty quickly. So let's see how they do, and how the rest of the army does in the battle report. So follow me over there, guys, and we'll see you there.